Welcome back in. It is the Extra Point. Tyler Head, Jack Beltry, along with you on your Monday morning. That was the call on Saturday night. NBC Sports Lee Diffie, Steve Letarte, and Jeff Burton in the booth as Jeff's son Harrison crosses the finish line first, gets his first career win in the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at the Daytona International Speedway. We have the man of the hour on the Love Chevrolet phone lines now. Harrison, first of all, congratulations on that victory. What an amazing race. Less than 48 hours removed. What are the emotions like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's still sinking in a little bit, right? And anytime you win at Daytona, it's really, really special. The circumstances in which we kind of got that one makes it, that win makes it even more special. So, gosh, I mean, all the different storylines. It's the 100th win for the Wood brothers. For me, it's my first career win, kind of on the heels of being on my way out of that opportunity and all those things. And just trying to get that first win is so hard. Trying to get the 100th win for the Wood brothers, it seemed like it was really, really hard. And there was always that shadow kind of looming over you trying to get that. And not very many opportunities do you get to drive for an amazing family like the Woods, to try and get some NASCAR history under your belt like that. And so to be able to capitalize on that, be able to, put that win in the record book is really, really, really special and something that I'll definitely cherish forever and something I, will never forget. Are you aware you're the first driver in NASCAR Cup Series history to win that's been born in the 21st century? Yeah, I did hear that stat in the media center. I think that's crazy. I feel like there's so many good young drivers out there now. I've been in the Cup Series for like 3 years now, and I feel like an old veteran now, man. But it's pretty funny. I'm just putting that into perspective. Still have a lot of tread on my tires as my career goes. I still have a long time left to try and win races and understand I'm still a young guy. It's kind of cool to put that in perspective, and that's definitely a way to do it for sure. Well, if you need any reassurance, you wanting your 98th career start, Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson both also got their first wins in their 98th career start, and both those guys are champions, so maybe you're well on your way to being that too. There you go. It's just number 98 that matters the most. So I'll take that and run with it for sure. And again, talking to Harrison Burton, NASCAR Cup Series driver, fresh off of his first career win at Daytona on Saturday night. And you mentioned the Wood brothers. It's been a long time coming, trying to get that 100th win. Blaney got this 99th for them back at Pocono in 2017. And I can only imagine that was a lot of weight put on your shoulders when you joined that team a couple years ago to be the guy to potentially get them that 100th win. And I can't think of a better place for it to come than a historic place at Daytona that they've had so much success at. No, definitely not. And what's really cool is you can tell, like, for Blaney in particular, how much it mattered to get number 100 for them. And he had an opportunity to do it. He obviously got number 99 for them. Probably could have gotten 100 on multiple different occasions, had chances to win races for them. And moved on to Team Penske and still is just such a member of the Wood brothers family. When we won, he was sitting in victory lane in his fire suit still for probably 2 hours with us, just hanging out and enjoying it and sitting with the Woods and really just taking it all in. And he disappeared for a little bit and came back with a case of beer. So that's a good teammate right there. So it is really special just for him to be a part of that as well. I saw Matt DiBenedetto, who's a former Wood brothers driver as well, tweeted out congratulations to them. You can just tell, with all the drivers in the past, and me included, how much love they have for the Wood family and what they mean to our sport. So to get 100 for them is really, really, really neat. And now as we look ahead to this weekend, Darlington, the final race of the regular season, I imagine there's a whole lot less stress going into this weekend than you thought it was going to be prior to the win on Saturday night, huh? I think it's more stressful now. I think it's for us now, we have to get ready and gear up for the playoffs. So Darlington's our last race before the playoffs now, and this new kind of wave of energy and focus has kind of come across our team, and it's like, okay, now we have an opportunity to do something special, right, and make some noise in the playoffs. You don't get this chance every day. Yes, we won it at a kind of a wild card race weekend, but now that we're in it, we have to make the most of it. And Darlington's a good racetrack for us. certainly somewhere that I feel like we can run well at. I finished, I think, sixth there is one of our best finish there. And, just trying to build on those past runs where I feel like we've had good race cars and been competitive there, and try and make the most of it. So really, really happy, really excited to try and use this new focused energy we have, right? And it was kind of all looking sort of bleak, right? Like these are my last, I guess 11 races, 10, 11, 12 races here until, before last week until, I'm out of the Wood Brothers car, not able to continue this relationship with these guys. And all of a sudden now we have a new goal at hand. We have a new task in trying to get in these playoffs. And now that we're in them, try to make the most of it.
Again, talking to Harrison Burton, NASCAR Cup Series driver, ahead of this weekend's Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway. You mentioned that sixth-place finish, which was last spring, and that was probably the most complete race it seems like you've had in your Cup Series career from start to finish. Ran in the top 10 pretty much all day. Obviously, Darlington's a very special place for your family. Your dad and your uncle have both won there on a couple different occasions. Why does that track fit you so well, and what can we expect out of the 21 team this weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's been somewhere that, when I first went there, the first time I ever drove at Darlington was the first race back from the kind of COVID break. And so what that meant was, I had I think I was 19 at the time, 19 or 20. It was, hey, bolt into your car, and run your first lap at Darlington under our race conditions in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Like, oh gosh, and I hated it. It was miserable. It was so stressful. Such a hard racetrack, such a challenging racetrack. And I don't think I finished that badly, but it felt like I did a horrible job. I think I finished 8th or something like that. And, I felt like I had a car that was capable of probably contending for the win, but I just couldn't figure the place out in enough time to go and try and take advantage of it. It was so hard. And I kind of got kicked in the mouth by that place. And what that did was kind of refocus my energy into what makes really good guys good here. And I think after that race, I spent probably 10 hours watching film at that racetrack after the race, trying to understand it and see what different guys do. And what that did is, and what makes Darlington special is it has so many options. And so you can take things from different guys that they do well and kind of put it into your own playbook. And, Denny Hamlin, I think, is known for his super high entry into turn 1, where he's, way higher than everyone else and gets this big run on the center exit. And then you can watch that and go, okay, let me try that and figure that out. And then the next time you have practice there, you try it. And you just take these little things from everyone's notebooks and, all of a sudden you have a pretty big tool belt and you're able to kind of adjust the car, if that makes sense, for the balance that it has, whether it's tight or loose, based off of what line you run. And that makes it kind of something that I think I'm good at and something that, helps me throughout the day.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. Always love the Cookout Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway, getting set to end the regular season and jump right into the playoffs here in a couple weeks. Once again, Harrison, I want to say congratulations for your win on Saturday night. I know that was huge for you and your family, and want to wish you and the 21 team the best of luck in the playoffs.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on. It's exciting, and yeah, like you said, going to the playoffs now. Let's go get after it. Absolutely.
Again, Harrison Burton, NASCAR Cup Series driver, drove the 21 Ford Mustang for the Wood Brothers, fresh off his first career win in the Coke Zero Sugar 400 on Saturday night at the Daytona National Speedway. And again, Darlington Raceway this weekend for the Cookout Southern 500. That was quite an interesting race on Saturday night. And again, I love all forms of racing, and Daytona is certainly one of the best tracks out there. And that was the end of my day, Jack, after watching plenty of college football going on earlier that day.
That's nice.